1975, there's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Murray now on first down. Flushed out right. And his first pass here is going to fall. Incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Able to find Isabella. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Well, several media outlets thought Andy Isabella was the top receiver in this year's class out of UMass. He dominated his senior year there. 1,700 yards, 13 touchdowns. They really say that he can just take a top off a defense. He ran a 4.31 40 at the combine, 3rd fastest of all attendees. And then he was taken 62nd. A lot of experts think he was a major bargain with loads of potential. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 41, Murray. Now he lets it go. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deontay Thompson, the rookie from Bama. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. That defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. Well, you practice these situations. It's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic could get you scored on again.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he finds Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Ready?
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Ready? 5-9. Kill. Turn 53. Here we go.
Here's Kamara, try to run for it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. So in the Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Ready?
From the 38, Breeze. They dial up the screen here to Burkhead. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, this from 48. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. Demir Bird, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On second down, Kamara. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So after the run by Kamara, now another first and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers. In the last 2 years in Oakland, now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
Escaping the pressure right. He gets it to Thomas. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints. Traquan Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The sack is by Janoris Jenkins coming in off the corner.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Murray going to throw. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's really difficult.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On second and 11 now. Breeze gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps them move the sticks. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. On first down, Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Shotgun now for Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
5-9. Hey, easy. Motion. Hey.
Now Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Breeze again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
0-2, 0-2. Here we go, here we go. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
So again, it's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Coverage that time by Deontay Thompson. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Check 99, check 99, check.
They run it again with Kamara. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Ready. Yellow lady. No, hey, kill.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw with Breeze. But he's got Smith here. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Squeeze, double.
Breeze going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the 2nd half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work, while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well.
And Kyler Murray cannot get away. They drag him down to the end zone for 2 points. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. 3rd down here.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Throwing on second down. Breeze, flush to his right. His throw incomplete. Byron Murphy, the first pick of the second round there defensively.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Breeze now. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. On the return is Peterson. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
From the 31, Murray. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Eli Apple. There he goes right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Murray trying again after the pick six. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray. It's complete to Williams. That one good for 26 and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Murray. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Breeze to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Breeze. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Breeze now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deontay Thompson, the rookie from Bama. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the Saints' 21-yard line.
Let's go now. Michael, right there, 56. You got nothing to run. You got nothing.
On second down, it's Drake. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. Murray on the sneak, and he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Now this time, Murray to throw it. And the catch made by Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. Kenyon Drake with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Hey, easy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Rodney Gunter able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing now is Brees. Looking long for Thomas. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Saints on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be third and forever. To throw is Breeze. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. On first down, Drake. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Throwing is Murray on third down. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The end result, 21 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Now Breeze. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Breeze to throw again. And this one complete to Smith. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And the Cardinals have got it. So that should just about put an end to this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Cards, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble.